Lavina took one last look around the kitchen. There was the big black stove where her mother used to stand before she died. There beside it was the wood box where once, coiled up among the crooked black sticks of mesquite, Lavina had found a glittering cream-colored rattlesnake. Lavina was not afraid of rattlesnakes. Careful is not the same as scared. Still, you don't want them in your house. So she and her next oldest brother, John, killed it with a shovel. Then John took a knife, skinned the snake, which eerily continued to writhe, and hacked off a thick slice. "John, what are you doing?" The snake sizzled in the frying pan. John gave her a wicked grin. He said a few minutes later, chewing hard. "Take a bite. Dare, dare, and double dare." Although Lavina often regretted it afterward, she never could resist his dares. So she chewed and chewed and chewed. "Well," she retorted at last, "it would probably taste fine if I cooked it." "Come along, Dotty," Father said. Lavina had a new white straw hat with an elastic band that held it rather too tightly beneath her chin. She glanced into the hazy little mirror that hung over the washstand. A plump, snub-nosed girl with hazel eyes looked back. Her straight brown hair was already escaping from its thick braids. Her hat was crooked, so Lavina raised a hand and straightened it. But still she thought that the girl in the mirror must be a stranger, for she was all dressed up on a Saturday morning, and she looked frightened. Father opened the door, and Lavina picked up her traveling basket. There was the big kitchen table where they all used to sit. Mama, Father, Tom, Bill, John, Lavina, Jim, and little Joe. There was the kerosene lamp that shed a warm golden pool of light at night, but was black and sooty and hard to clean in the morning. There was the rocking chair in the corner, empty. Lavina set her front teeth into her lower lip, hard, and stepped out the door. It was a brilliant blue morning, still early enough to be cool, especially in the shade of the giant cottonwood trees that surrounded the ranch house and gave the place its name. Bosque means woods in Spanish. "Where are those boys?" Father grumbled. Lavina's black Mustang pony stuck his head over the fence and nickered softly at her. "Goodbye, Chummy," she told him. Chummy blew his grass-scented breath at her and nuzzled her pockets, where sometimes she kept a sugar lump or a carrot. "Not today," she said, petting his velvety nose. She had not packed her boots and spurs and riding skirt. Father said she wouldn't need them in California. Then they heard shouts. Down the dirt track that led to the corral rumbled an open wooden wagon driven by a tall boy of 15, Lavina's oldest brother, Tom. In the back of the wagon, 4 smaller boys bobbed and scrambled to keep their balance. Bill was 13, John was 11, Jim was 6, and Joe was 5. All 5 brothers wore ragged overalls without shirts, and their tough, dirty feet were bare. "We've got a train to catch," Father barked, heaving Lavina's suitcase in among the boys. Quickly she clambered up a wagon wheel and spread out her skirt on the seat. As Father was taking his place, a distant, high voice suddenly began to cry out like a calling bird. "It's loose," said Tom. A wrinkled brown woman, no larger than a child, dressed all in black except for a purple scarf, emerged from the trees. Waving, she cried again in Spanish, "Wait!" "What does she want?" asked Father impatiently. "Un regalito para Lavina," cried Luz, running closer. "She's brought me a present," Lavina said. She stretched out her hand, and Luz thrust a soft paper package into it. Heavy and warm to the touch, it smelled flowery, delicious. "Fresh tortillas," said Lavina.